I.S.U.P.K.
The Most High doesn't love everybody. It clearly states it in the Bible. This is the reason why he told us not to integrate with other nations. You got that, brother? Read that for me, brother.
Deuteronomy 7, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
It says, for thou art a holy people. What does holy stand for? What does holy mean? Holy means separate, set apart. The Most High set us apart from everyone. Read, brother.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. He set us apart. He set us apart. He made us a holy people unto himself. He set us apart to be his people, not any other nation. He set us apart to be his people. Read, brother.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee. So let's say this. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people, to be set apart from anyone else. He didn't choose the Japanese or the Chinese. He chose us to be a separate people, set apart to himself. Go ahead, read, brother.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Above all people. Say that again for me, brother.
Above all people.
Above who?
All people.
The Chinese.
All people.
The Japanese.
All people.
The East Indian.
All people.
Right. The North. The African.
All people.
He set us apart from all people, to be a chosen people, to be set apart to himself. Read, brother.
All people that are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth. That means of all the nations across the face of the earth. He set us apart to be a holy people. He chose us upon all these other nations, not the Chinese, the Japanese, or the Koreans. He set us apart to be a holy people upon the face of the earth. Go ahead, read, brother.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people.
He didn't set us apart because of number. He made us a special people above all people, set upon the face of the earth. Hey, give me, drop that and give me Esdras, the second Esdras 6 and 54. So he set us apart to be a holy people upon the face of the earth, above everyone else, above all these nations. He didn't choose the Chinese. He didn't choose the Korean. He didn't choose the East Indian. He didn't choose the Egyptian, nor did he choose that European, that white man. He chose none of them. But he chose us to be separate. You got that, brother? Verse 54. He chose us to be a separate people. He set us apart. Read that for me, brother.
Second Esdras 6, verse 54. And after these things, Adam also.
And after these things, Adam also. Adam, the progenitor of all the races, of all the nations. Read.
Whom thou madest, Lord of all thy creatures.
Whom the Lord made, over all the creatures. He gave Adam dominion over all the creatures of the earth. He gave him the power to name all the creatures of the earth and gave him dominion. Read, brother.
Of him come we all.
And of Adam come we all. Of Adam come we all. After the Lord destroyed the earth by water, he had Noah and his 3 sons and his wife and their 3 sons to reproduce all the nations of the earth. Read.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And we the people that he hath also chosen, the nation of Israel, the chosen of Jacob, the family of Jacob. Read, brother.
All this I have spoken before thee.
All this he has spoken before thee. Read.
Because thou madest the world for our sake.
The Most High made the world for our sake. He made the world for the 12 tribes of Israel that you see on this chart right here. He made the world for our sake, not anybody else. We're supposed to be prospering in this world. We're supposed to be the ones sitting on top. Everybody else is supposed to get the scraps that we drop from the table. Not us getting the scraps that they drop. Read, brother.
As for the other people.
And for the other people, speaking of those other nations, the nations that weren't chosen by him, read.
Which also come of Adam.
Which also come of Adam. Remember, all the nations come of Adam. Everybody, even those Japanese, Chinese, and Korean, but they were not the chosen people. Understand that. They were not the chosen one.
Right.
Read.
Thou hast said they are nothing.
Thou said they are what?
Nothing.
They are what?
Nothing.
The Chinese are what?
Nothing.
The Koreans are what?
Nothing.
That white man is what?
Nothing.
They are nothing. That includes that African. Don't get it mistaken, people. We are not African. These are not my words. These are the words of the Most High. These are the words from the Bible. Read, brother.
Be like unto spittle.
Be unlike unto spittle. Do you know what spittle is? Does anybody know what spittle is? Spittle is spit. That's what he said. He said he has likened them unto spit. Read, brother.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop.
Slow down, brother. Read that again. They need to hear that again. Now slow that down. Read.
And has likened the abundance of them.
And has likened the abundance of them. So he's taken all those other nations, not the nation that was chose, being the 12 tribes of Israel. He has taken those tribes those nations that were not chosen, and he has grouped them into a pile, the abundance of them. Read, brother.
The abundance of them unto a drop.
Unto a drop. Read that, brother. Read that again. Read that whole line again.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop.
And has likened them to an abundance of them unto a drop. That's like when you walking down the street with a bucket of water and a drop falls from the bucket. Do you go back and refill that just to get that drop back? No. Why don't you do that? Because that drop is nothing. Read that, brother. Finish reading that, brother.
Unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
These heathens that has been reputed as nothing. Now, let me remind you, right? They talking about these other nations out here. We talking about the Korean. We talking about the Japanese. We talking about the Chinese. We talking about that European. We talking about the Egyptian, the Arab, and that European. He has likened them unto nothing. Read, brother.
As nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, with whom hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands.
Okay, that's it, brother. Drop that. Give me Psalms 147, 19 and 20. So he has set us apart. The Most High is racist. You see how he has set us apart to be his people upon the face of the earth. We are the ones that should be on top. But right now, as you can see, we are on the bottom. We are on the bottom because we are not living by his laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We do not do what he tells us. We are not living by his dietary laws. We out here eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, destroying ourselves. This is the reason why we are #1 in heart disease. We are #1 in thyroids and fibroids. We are #1 in heart attacks and strokes because we are not doing thus saith the Lord, the Most High. You got that, brother? Read that for me.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, meaning he gave his laws unto the 12 tribes of Israel. He gave his laws unto the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He gave his laws to us. He gave his laws to you, black man. Right. He gave his laws to us. Read.
His statutes, his judgments.
He gave his laws, statutes, and judgments. That means not only did he give his laws to us, he gave his judgments to us. So when we eating that shrimp, crab, and lobster, and we up and have thyroids and fibroids, or we having strokes, we wondering where it comes from, because we are not living by his laws, statutes, and commandments. We are not doing thus saith the Lord. We are not living by what he says. So what he does is he lets us eat that, but he also destroys us by eating what we eat, or living the way we live, and destroying us, or smoking, or taking drugs and everything. That's why he does what he does to us. Read, brother.
His statutes, his judgments unto Israel.
Unto Israel. See, he has only given his laws, statutes, and commandments unto Israel. He set us apart and gave his laws, statutes, and commandments only to Israel. Right. You hear that? Only to Israel. He has not given them to anybody else. Read, brother.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
Whoa, he said it right there. He has not done so with any other nation. These laws, statutes, and commandments haven't been given to any other nation. Only to Israel. Only to Jacob. Only to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians has he given his laws, statutes, and commandments. He has only given them to us. Read, brother.
He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments,
that means he has not done so with any nation. And as for his judgments, read, brother.
They have not known them.
They have not known them. See, they are not judged by those laws, statutes, and commandments. Only the nation of Israel is judged by those laws, statutes, and commandments. This is the reason why we are being killed dead in the street. Not by the white man's hand, but by the Most High, by his judgments. We are being judged. That's why we're being destroyed like we are, because we're not living by those laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Read, brother.
And they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
And they have not known them. No other nation has been given these laws, statutes, and commandments, because they have not known them. Is there any more on that, brother? That was 20. Okay, give me, drop that and give me Romans 13. Romans 9 and 13, brother. This is the reason why we out here dying in these streets like we are. This is the reason why we being arrested at immaculate numbers. You know what I mean? This is the reason why. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, did you get a flyer? Get a flyer. Yeah, this is the reason why we being destroyed the way we are. This is the reason why we being arrested at high numbers. This is the reason why we dying off of drugs and everything like that. This is the reason why we dying of heart disease. You understand what I'm saying? You got that, brother? Read that for me, brother.
As it is written.
As it is written. These are the words from the Most High. These are the laws from the Most High. As it is written. When he says as it is written, these are the laws and statutes and commandments that are written by the Most High. Read.
Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have I loved. Now they said the Most High loved. Yeah, that's his love right there. He says Jacob have I loved. Israel have I loved. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have I loved. This is what he loves. Read for me, brother.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
But Esau. Who is Esau? Esau is the progenitor of that European, that white man. That's who Esau is. Read that over for me, brother. Read that back from the front.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Esau have I hated. He says he hates Esau. He hates that white man. Why does he hate that white man? Because that white man is the one that's destroying us. That white man is the culture that we are living in right now.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?